it took some time for them to actually, go through the whole process and make sure that everything was right. But now I think that their marriage is going to be much stronger for the time that they put in up front. Okay, well, this week, guys, I want to share some great news with you. I love getting these calls. I've got a call from one of our executive clients who was calling to express his gratitude. He just got married to the woman that he met through the program this week, and he's just calling to tell us how ecstatic he was. And, I think it's great. He's a wonderful guy. His name is Sandy. And if you're listening out there, Sandy, congratulations. It was great to work with you. He came to us quite some time ago to work through our executive program to meet that one special woman. And he was able to do it. But, the one thing that really I thought was interesting about his specific case was that it took quite some time for it to actually work for him. He did meet the woman through the service, but it took a few years before it actually came to fruition. And they moved forward with the marriage. There were some ups and some downs throughout the process, but he persevered. He was persistent. He believed in the whole thing. He believed that she was the right one for him, and she believed that with him. And together, they stayed at it, and they made it work. And now today, they're happily married, and everything worked out just great. Now, I think sometimes when guys get to the point where they're using a service like ours, they want it to happen just like that. The instant gratification thing. And you have to be a little bit careful with that. When I met my wife, Tanya, I thought she was just wonderful. And it was something that was kind of instant for me at the social. But, we didn't get married until, more than a year and a half after we met. And it could have even been a little bit longer than that, which would have been fine. You have to make sure that you're doing the right thing, not just for yourself, but for the other person involved. And if there's any children involved, it's a big step. Marriage is a big step. And just because you go on a tour, or just because you go over to meet women individually, doesn't mean that you have to get married. And it has to happen within 2 months or 3 months. Some guys just try to rush it so fast that they're their own worst enemy. Took some time for them to actually, go through the whole process and make sure that everything was right. But now I think that their marriage is going to be much stronger for the time that they put in up front. And, all I can say is that, I love getting news phone calls. And yes, it can happen very, very quickly, and it does for quite a few guys. But you do have to make sure that it's right for you. And there's nothing wrong with taking a little bit of extra time. Because a few months or even a couple of years in the whole grand scheme of your life is really a very short amount of time when you're trying to find that right person, that one person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with. If it's right, she'll be there. You don't have to rush to close the deal, before someone else steals it. Same goes for the women looking at the men. I was really happy to get that call today. It was a wonderful news. And I'm proud of him that he stuck with what he thought was the right decision, and they stuck together and they got it done.
Like your search may be hopeless? Perhaps you should consider expanding your horizons.
Interested? Learn more at mymailorderbride.com.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Then click on the notice bell to get notified every time we add something new.